musicians. You can tell it's morning because my voice is lower than usual. Since some families have pianos at home, or maybe even guitars at home, I'm going to video myself doing my introductory lessons from when I teach private lessons. So that way, if you are stuck at home and can't go to your regular music class at school, try these. These lessons are good for ages 5 and up. Even the grown-ups at home can try the lessons too. Absolutely. In my studio for Elements Music, I've taught from ages 3 all the way up to 43. 3 is a little bit young for learning music, but these kind of intro things maybe you could try. And I've taught this lesson to dozens of people in Red Deer, in Edmonton, in Camrose. So let's try it together. We're going to start with piano today since that's what I have set up in the studio. My guitar is lost somewhere in my mess of moving into my new studio. And the first thing you need to figure out is, do you have an acoustic piano or an electric keyboard? Can you guess what the difference is? If we look at my piano, let's go on a little journey here. Mine does not plug into the wall. There's no cords tucked away. There's no like spots for it to even have an outlet. So since mine cannot plug in, it cannot be electric, so it must be an acoustic piano. You got it. Yeah, easy, right? So I'm interested into what you have, so comment below after you pause this to tell me what you're learning on. I think that's helpful for me if I'm going to help you learn. So I'm going to switch my camera angle a little bit here. Let's learn. Look on your piano for the black notes. We'll notice that they are grouped, and those groups make a pattern all the way up, from left to right, from low to high, from bottom to top. So what I want you to do on your black notes is say the pattern out loud, starting down low near the bottom or the left hand side. So our pattern is 1, which we kind of just forget about, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. This is hard to do on video. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. And if we were to keep going, this one would be 2. Okay, so those are your black notes. And the kind of cool thing is we can make songs on the black notes because they make what's called a pentatonic scale. And it sounds pretty good if you just play the black notes one at a time. So yeah, you can make up your own song on the black notes and it'll sound pretty decent. So I encourage you to try that. Now, what I want you to practice, find and play all the groups of 2, then find and play all the groups of 3, find and play all the groups of 1. So let's do it together. Let's count. So group of 1, only one of them. 2, so that was a group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups of 2. Starting at the bottom, 1, that doesn't sound as good, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups of 3 black notes. Easy enough. Fantastic. Okay, since those are our black notes, let's move on to the white notes. In the middle of your piano or keyboard, there might be a word. So in my case, it's Bell. That's the maker or the brand, the manufacturer of your instrument. Maybe it's Yamaha, maybe it's Nordheimer, could be any group of people, there's lots of different piano makers and instrument makers out there. So under your word, in my case, this one's actually kind of gold, there's a group of 2. Touch that group of 2 with 2 fingers and then play the bottom one. You can tell this one's lower, this one's higher, choose the lower one. And then from your lower note, you're gonna find that group of 2. Maybe you're not looking through a camera, so it's easier for you. Touch the bottom one, slide down, and now you're on middle C. So middle C is really important when we start out, because it's often where lots of songs begin and start. So on your white key, you don't really want to play in there because it's a little bit harder, but you also don't want to play on the very edge. You kind of want your finger to be in the middle of the wide part. So right there is kind of a good spot. If you play too close to the edge, your finger might fall off. If you play too close, maybe your nail will get stuck in the crack. If you play down here, it's going to be a lot harder work. So whether you're using your thumb sideways or your fingertip right on the edge, play middle C. And we can practice a rhythm. The rhythm that I start most of my students with is Manitoba hot dog, T T T T ta ta. And this is what it sounds like on the piano, whether you're using your thumb or a finger. Manitoba hot dog, T T T T ta ta. And you can go through and practice middle C, your rhythm, with all of your fingers, so that our fingers are training, just like in sports, in weightlifting. We want to train both sides of our bodies, both sides of our brain, all of our fingers equally. So we found middle C, but there's a lot more C's out there because the piano conveniently starts on A. So if we go down to the bottom again, this very first note on the left-hand side, that's A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and it just repeats. So we could count all the way up, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That would take a while. So instead what we're going to do, we're going to find all the groups of 2 and slide down. That's your low C. Group of 2, choose the bottom one, slide down. That's another C. And when we look at the shape of the note, it definitely creates a pattern. Group of 2, slide down on the bottom one. Oh, here we are back in middle C. Group of 2, slide down on middle C. Group of 2, choose the bottom one, slide down. That's another C. Play another C. And there's no more groups of 2. But, avast! There is a secret C. Where's the secret C? Can you figure it out? If we were to predict the pattern, can you play the secret C? I'll tell you the answer. If we think about our groups of 2, 2 slide down, that's C. 2 slide down, that's C. If there was another group of 2 here, we could slide down, and that's C. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 C's on the piano. So find all of them, play all of them, just like you're finding all your groups, finding all your pattern. So now you know how to play all the black notes. Now you know how to name all of the white notes. And from here, we can practice that rhythm that we learned. Practice using all your fingers. If you want to make up your own song on black notes or make up your own song on white notes, I'd be happy to hear it. If you want to do a vid chat, we can do that. Good luck out there.